Hey, good day, everybody. Jeff from Defensive Shooting Skills here. Just wanted to take a few moments and talk to you guys about a few things. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about the top 5 mistakes that I see concealed carriers make that could get them killed. So hopefully you don't fall in this category. And if you do, please take a good look at yourself and see what you can do to improve. Number 1, not carrying extra magazines. I hear people say all the time, I don't need to carry an extra magazine. I have that firearm. I have 15 rounds in the chamber. I should be fine. Nothing's going to happen. I shouldn't need more than 15 rounds. Well, that could be farthest from the truth, because the thing is you don't know if you may need that extra magazine. One, what if you have a magazine malfunction or a failure where that magazine doesn't feed? You're going to have to swap it out. You're going to have extra magazines to do that. Number 2, multiple attackers. What if you have a group of attackers?
Me and you.
One-on-one? You're crazy. You're dead.
Okay, you may need those extra rounds. What if you're having to move and you have multiple attackers and you have to shoot from behind cover or things of that nature? It may be more than just a few moments. It may be a drawn-out process. So we have people say, well, how many magazines should I carry? Talking to friends and stuff, they're in law enforcement, things of that nature, I've heard them tell me that they understand that you should carry, and prosecutors say, the magazine in the firearm and 2 extra. They say if you carry more than 2 extra, it kind of makes you look like you're kind of a nutcase or maybe a little bit paranoid. Now, when we talk about 2 extra magazines, I'm not talking about the 30-round sticks. I'm talking about the magazines that come with the firearm, anywhere from 7 to 10, 15, or 17 rounds, depending upon the size of your firearm. So the magazine in the firearm and 2 extra magazines. Number 2, not carrying with the round in the chamber. Not carrying with the round in the chamber. We ask people all the time, why would you not want to carry your firearm with the round in the chamber? And the number 1 response they get is safety. We ask in our CPL classes, and typically about a third of the class says that they'll raise their hand and say they don't plan on carrying with the round in the chamber. Now, with that being said, when we actually break it down, we find out it's not really safety. What it tends to be is comfortability.
No, that's a bit of a problem.
They're not comfortable with that firearm. Okay? They're not sure. So they ask, how do we get comfortable with that firearm? Well, the way you continue to get comfortable with that firearm is you have to train, which is actually one in our top 5 here. But you have to continue to train. You have to go to the range and practice. Go shoot 500. Go shoot 1,000 rounds. Go shoot on a regular basis. Do dry fire drills at home. Practice loading your firearm. Practicing the slide. Learning your trigger pull. Learning your trigger reset. All these things come to do with being comfortable with that firearm. I mean, let's think about it. If you're not comfortable with that firearm, should you be carrying it? I mean, after all, this is something that you're going to be placing your life on. You are betting your life on this firearm. Okay? I tell people your personal protection firearm should be a relationship. That is your everyday carry or personal protection firearm. Another reason we need to carry with the round in the chamber is this. Think about it. How many hands does it typically take to rack a slide, to put a round in the chamber? Okay. What if you have an injured arm or something of that nature? Not only that, but what if you're having to fight somebody off, if you have an attacker? That's why we tell people martial arts and concealed carry can go hand in hand, because you might have to fight off an attacker before you can actually draw your firearm. And if you don't have a round in the chamber, how hard is it going to be to do that? Not only that, but people have a tendency to forget when they're under stress. You have attackers or an attacker and you're under stress. You might even forget to put a round in the firearm. The main reason that we tell people this, to carry around in the chamber, is this. What if you have your kids or another person that you're trying to protect? You're trying to push your kids behind you. You have hold of your kids' arm, their hand, to keep them with you. How hard is it going to be to put a round in the chamber? You have to practice. You have to get comfortable with that firearm. Number 3, not changing out ammo. Not changing out ammo. Ammo will not last forever. If it's stored in a cool, dry place, it will last forever, but against our body when we're carrying is not a cool, dry place. It's actually a very hostile environment for ammunition. Think about it. We're driving down the road, we're hitting potholes, we're hitting speed bumps, things of that nature. Our body puts off moisture. That moisture transfers back through to that firearm, back through into that ammunition. And then what we tend to happen is one of the three malfunctions: the misfire, the hang fire, or a squib load. Okay? If you're going to conceal carry, I tell people that you should change out your ammo. If you don't carry all the time, change it out at least once a year. If you're like me, where you carry constantly, change it out every 6 months. Put it on your phone. Change it out. Take that old ammo, take it to the range, shoot it, get your practice in, and replace it with new ammunition. Number 4, don't go looking for a fight. I have a rule. If I wouldn't go there without a firearm, I probably shouldn't be there with a firearm. Don't go someplace expecting that because you have a firearm that you're going to be able to get yourself out of trouble, that you're going to be able to protect yourself, that you're invincible. That is the last mindset that we should have. Because anytime you carry a firearm and you go someplace or go looking for a fight or get yourself into a situation where you shouldn't be or in a place you shouldn't be, there are two real possibilities. One, you could lose your life. And 2, you could go to jail. So don't go looking for a fight or don't be in places that you shouldn't be. Again, if you wouldn't go there without a firearm, you probably shouldn't be there with a firearm. Number 5, like we mentioned earlier, continue to train, continue to practice. Go to the range on a regular basis. We try to go at least once a month. We were going every week, every 2 weeks, but with the ammunition shortage, that was hard to do. So we relied upon our dry fire drills. If you want to learn about dry fire drills, go watch our video on dry fire drills. Myself and Mike Visser put on a video with that. Fantastic. A lot of information, especially for Mike, man. The guy's an encyclopedia. Now, with that being said, continue to practice at home. Do your dry fire drills. Practice loading magazines, practice your trigger set, practice your trigger break, practice your grip, just picking up your firearm and getting that grip. Practice lining up your sights. These are all things that we can do from home to continue to practice. Not only that, but go to the range, at least go to the range once a month. Take advanced classes. Take other classes. Continue your training with a certified trainer or a reputable or quality trainer. Get involved with competition shooting, such as IDPA, International Defensive Pistol Association. These are like real life scenarios with attackers, hostage situations. They have it where they have the targets that come running at you. They have targets that have hostages, people with their hands up, and you have the attackers, and you have to take out the threat or eliminate the threat in tactical order. There are different things that you can do to continue your training. Not only that, but in the IDPA and these competitions, you're going to have people that are very experienced, experts, masters at what they do, and they will take their time to work with new shooters. This is a great way to continue your training. It's almost like a real life training. And one of the other reasons not continue to train and practice is this: you will never rise to the occasion. I hear people in my classes all the time go, well, I would do this, I would do that, I would do this. You don't know what you would do until you're put in that situation. The only way to basically say that I know what I'm going to do or what I would do is to train and practice. That's why law enforcement, military, first responders, firefighters, nursing, doctors, why do they continue their education, continue to train? So they know what to do and how to react in case of an emergency, in case they need to. Carrying a firearm is a big responsibility. I'm glad people are taking up that responsibility because it is the great equalizer. It levels the playing field and it allows people to exercise their God-given right to protect themselves. So with that being said, guys, we're going to end this today. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week and weekend coming up. We've got an instructor class coming up this weekend, so we're going to be tied up with that. Now, if you like this video and want to see more, reach down there or click down there on that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll get notifications of new videos. Now, guys, we also are going to have a podcast that we're going to be starting. It's going to be starting probably next week. We were getting everything in order. That's why I haven't had any other videos out. It's been a crazy, crazy few weeks, and I keep saying that, but it's been busy, guys. So thank you for bearing with me. You guys stay safe. God bless. Watch out for each other. Pray for each other. Pray for our country, and pray for the rest of the world. Good night or good day. Bye-bye.